of how to make volunteering a more sustainable activity. And I'm going to give that to you in just the next 2 or 3 minutes. So in their book, De Vries and Sastrom talk about recruitment not just being a once a year. I hear that panicked conversation with a bunch of people in September in order to do the flower rota, and they're talking about children's youth and families ministry to be part of the Sunday provision or the weeknight youth club. But instead, they want the conversation for children's youth and families ministry to happen every week. If you are a worker, you should be every week, 52 weeks out of the year, you should be having spending some time thinking about volunteering and developing volunteers. The way that they do that is they recommend that you use a very simple process, and it is this: you want to make 3 different lists of people. The first ones are your A players. Your A players, the ones who you think, I know that they will be absolutely amazing if I was to be able to get them on the team. So think about your A players. And then there's the people who you think, they might be pretty good. I'm not they might be pretty good. Maybe with a little bit of training, they'll know what they're doing. They'll develop the kind of confidence that they need. And then there's the C players, the people who you think in a pinch, they're good folks. They care. They don't necessarily know tons about children and young people, but they might be willing to help out if the need was there. And to think about that list and just to be reviewing it on a regular basis. Then you want to get your phone out and you want to call some people. You want to start working through this list. So you want to start calling people now. Because your success at recruiting volunteers to the work that you're trying to get them to do, whether it's to help run a lunch club or to run a messy church, to run the Friday night youth club, or to help out on a junior church on a Sunday, is directly linked to the number of calls you make to people or the number of conversations you have face to face and say, hey, can I talk to you about something? You then want to start working through this list. So person by person, going through. You should be thinking, when you get 2/3 of the way through all of your lists, that you want to start going from the top again and start going through the list of people to get in contact with. So when you get to 2/3 of the way through, then you should start from the top again. You want to they talk about an induction checklist and being very simple about that. So having no more than a sheet of A4 and not in tiny text points, but 10, 12, 14 point text of here are the things that we need to go through, and you need to have. And this will be useful as you do your safer recruitment stuff as well. So have we done the DBS? Have we taken up references? Do they know where the fire exits are? Do they know how to let you know as an employed worker where that they need more resources? So we need more paper in for kids to draw on. We need more cutlery for the lunch club. All the other stuff is getting a bit shabby and broken, or we've lost it for some strange reason. And you're going to want to make that really clear. The same you're going to want to do is make a role profile. They've changed it now, which is really frustrating. But when I first came across the Church Urban Fund resources, they had a role outline for they had a role outline template that was this big. It was just an A6 booklet like this. And on it said, welcome, thanks for being willing to be part of the welcoming team or the children's youth families team, whatever it was. Here's what we're expecting of you. And on the inside, it was the basic safeguarding information. Here's how you can get in contact with our safeguarding coordinator in this church, blah, 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 blah. Here are the things that we're asking you to do. We'd love for you to turn up at this time to run this session for this long, and here's how we're expecting you to behave, and all that sort of stuff. And then it would just have a little list of some of the things that you needed to be able to do. And this, I think, having a little booklet like this is far more friendly than something that's sheets and sheets and sheets of paper with a big serious role profile. It might be that that's the culture in your church and that you do lots of paper, and that's okay. But my hunch is if you can make a little booklet like this, I think that you can place into people's hands at the call stage. You can say, this is the work that we'd love for you to do. Can I buy you a coffee and can we talk about it in a week or so's time? You'll have far more success. The last thing they talk about is about getting very deliberate about thanking volunteers and celebrating with them. Woo! Because volunteers that know that they are valued are more likely to come back and do the work again. So DeVries and Staffroom talk about a Sunday every year that is the peak of recruitment season, and also the peak of a way to publicly say thank you to all the volunteers that have made a particular ministry happen throughout the year. They're talking in terms of children's ministry. So in September, it's ideal. You get people up on stage, you say thank you. These folks are the people that look after your kids on a Sunday, and we're so grateful for them. We pray for them. We commission them for the year ahead. We say thank you to those who are stepping down. And then we say, if you want to join the gang, come and chat to us. And you have your handy recruitment sheet here, and you pass it out to those people. We're going to be talking about this much more in detail. We're going to break things down. If you want to come along to Making Volunteering Work for Everyone, you can find all the details on learningnet.si.org.uk/events. That's the end of me talking.